I do a personal reading for Brandi, Charmaine, Rebetswa and Freya. And Freya, you are here. Okay. Well, I'll start with you then. Yes. Normally I pull 3 cards for everyone that has a personal reading, but sometimes the cards fly out or fall out, and there are more than 3. And that happened one time, I think, but not with you. You have 3 cards. And those 3 cards are for me indicating that you have taken steps, but are also wrestling with some issues still. And I will show them one by one. This card you have overcome. It's the difficult situation. I hope you can see it. A difficult situation of a group being together, having fun together, but being at the outside of the group and wanting to step in, but not knowing how to ask for that or how to make it happen that you are part of the group. Well, you have overcome this part of this. You have made a step towards a group to ask if you could join them and be part of the group, I think, because this one is upside down. So that's a restriction that you have overcome or taken a step in. The other 2 are still steps you will have to take. So you have a big challenge still, and that's this one. This is enjoying life, but you don't know where the limit is, where you have to balance yourself, to restrict yourself at the right moment. So it's a quality that you enjoy life and you enjoy everything that life gives you, but you also have to watch out for to being excessive in that. That's the first negative or first challenge, you could say. And the second challenge is this one, because it was also, yes, it was also upright, and that means it's still a challenge for you. The challenge is that the assignment you take on you, the task you take on yourself is too big. You can see here a person that is climbing a rock without gear, without help from others, without instruments. And he wants to go this way, but it's a big task and it's hazardous, and he still does it. So maybe you have a great task put upon you or taken upon you, and you are not willing enough to ask for help or to use instruments that are already there. So what you have to do is to watch to what you take on of assignment or of a task, and because you're taking too much of a load on yourself. And maybe this is the compensation for that. You want to relax and you want to enjoy, but when you do, you're over excessive. So I think your challenge is to balance the task you take upon you, asking for help, looking for instruments to help you. And that is what is happening now in your life. And what you have overcome already is that your difficulty to relate to a group or to step into a group and to say, I want to join you. So that was the courage you needed and you had. So I hope you can relate to this. If you have feedback to give, I would like you to give the feedback with the announcement and your name so that I can find it easily. So, but Freya, you have a really challenging time now. Yeah, your challenge is big, but I think you get a challenge you can cope with. So when the challenge is big, you have a big power, but you have to ignite it to work with it. That's Freya. Shay, I can do this for you in the next live, but that will be in the end of January because I have a holiday. And you'll get a personal reading by subscribing when I announce the next live in English. So be aware when I announce that, and then you can subscribe for a personal reading and I can do it for you. I don't take requests during the live because last time I did a live I had 50 persons who requested a 3-card reading too. So that's not the way to do them properly, I think. So what you can do is just watch, hear inside, feel if it resonates with you. What I can say about everyone else I read for, sometimes I read for someone else, but it triggers something in you. Take that seriously because you have your own intuition and your own way of feeling what is the truth for you. So when you hear something I say for another person and it's in some way triggers a feeling or an insight, take it that was your intuition talking to you. So if you understand what it's about, well, maybe you have your answer to what you can do. If you don't understand what it's about, let it go. Maybe it falls in your subconscious and you will be led to the answer to that, or you can forget it and it's not for you. I will do a general reading now for everyone that doesn't have a personal reading. I always have one general reading. Okay, the general reading for today. I have 4 cards. They all fell out together. And the general reading is this one. This card is called Keep on Moving On. You see elderly people dancing. It's not that swift anymore. That the conclusion of them could be, well, let's stop. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't go well. So let's stop. But that's not the best suggestion for yourself that you can take, because when keep on moving on is about when you stay flexible in your movement, your next step will be easy. And the next step could be in the direction of something that triggers joy. But when you stay silent and you stand still, the part to make a next step will be much bigger. So you'll have to ignite your light then more. So keep on moving on. Just be flexible and in the movement. Whether it's nice to see for another is not important. Whether it's as good as it was is not important. It's just be flexible in your movement. Stay moving in a relaxed way and in your own tempo. That was the first card. We have 4 for the general reading. The next one is this one. And you can see two figures. One is on one knee and the other is standing. And it's at the beach. So it could be that the person that's kneeling shows a beautiful shell. But I think it's a marriage proposal. And this symbolizes for me that you, and it's upright, so when you don't have a personal reading, it can relate to you. It's upright, so it means that you are willing to follow your heart and make a decision as a consequence of following that heart. You have made a decision for your heart. That's the second one. And the third one, and it's upright too. This is a field of flowers who all look alike, but this one, it looks like the other one, but it's higher. It's about dare to be better than the rest, to shine more than the rest. When we are in a group, we have the, we are prone to be a little, dim ourselves a little bit, to not make others feel worse. But how others feel is not your assignment in this life. It's your assignment or your challenge to be you and radiate you. By being you, you will eventually help people because you are you. So if you don't dare to excel in front of others, you won't feel as good as you could feel, and you won't mean as much as you could mean to others. So be yourself and be as big as you are or as great as you are. And it doesn't mean that you would push others away from it, but feel quiet inside about and confident about that you want to express exactly who you are. That's and you can do that because it's upright, so it's a very positive general reading. And the other one, there is one thing that you could attend to, give your attention to in the upright position. This one is means you are guiding people in life, and that can be, in this case, it's a child that is guided through life, but it's symbolic. It's about you are able to guide people in life. I don't know in which way. There are 1,000 ways to do so, but you have the capacity to lead people in their life on their way to who they really are, or to their health in any way. I don't know how it resonates with you, but what happens is that this is an ability, but it's an ability you don't use yet. You don't have expressed in the world or have found your ease with in the world, if you know what I mean. It can be that you don't know what you have to do to feel fulfilled in what you do. It's something you could explore further. So that is the general reading. Now I go on. Brandi, you have this one. And this is, you are able to take your time to chit-chat with another person, which is very important to relax, to not talk about heavy things all the time, to just take a cup of coffee or tea and chat with people. That is what you do very well. What you do very well is also this one. And that is recuperate within a busy surrounding and go in your own world and do what you like or feel what you want. So those two are abilities that you use, I think, regularly. The way to connect with people during just a coffee, chit-chat, and going inside to feel what you want or what you want to do when the world is busy with other things. But you have also something you have to be aware of, and that is this one. Because of your ability to pull back, it could be that you are inclined to stay in sort of a fantasy world, in thinking about what could be true or what you could do but not act on it. Or relax with Netflix or a book or YouTube or other social media and not doing what makes you feel fulfilled. So that is the part, the sort of fantasy world is your pitfall. So that means stay busy, not only with relaxing and with coming to yourself and feel what you want, but also doing, taking steps towards what you want. Because if you don't do that, then the world is more of a fantasy and a thought about what could happen. But it isn't a real world. Brandi. Brandi, if you would like to give feedback, do it in the announcement video, please. That would help me. Then I go to Charmaine. Okay, Charmaine. Your card is, to begin with, is this one. And in the upright position, you can see a figure. And her images are mirrored on several sides, but totally different. This is being self-aware, being too self-aware of how people might see you, and just because it's upright, Charmaine, it means that maybe you care too much about how other people perceive you and want you to be something. So go back inside and care about how you would want to see you, and be yourself with what lives inside. So that is your challenge, I think, to just be certain about who you are. Charmaine. The next you have Charmaine, and this one you have overcome. So that was a challenge, and that was this one in the upright position, but with you it's overcome, so it's upside down. And in this picture, the girl you see there is bored, but she still stays there, which means she doesn't choose for herself and her inspiration. She does what she thinks she has to do and stay in a situation that doesn't inspire her. But you have overcome this, so you have. It can mean either two things, or you have taken steps to change a situation that wasn't inspiring to you, Or you stepped out of the situation. You gave up the situation and you went for another side, for another situation. And what that means is that you have chosen for your inspiration as your guide, maybe I could say. So that's a good one. That's something you have overcome. You've taken step to step out of a situation that wasn't inspiring to you. And the third one, Charmaine, is this one, but it's upside down. So, this is the situation as like you have it, but this is, as you can see, a tree, an old tree with deep roots. It's for me, it's the energy of you. You are stable, normally stable, deep-rooted, grounded, practical, secure. But there's something happened, and maybe that is your change of situation. You're choosing for your inspiration that made you something insecure or uncertain about yourself and your safety or your security. But you are that tree, that solid tree. So you will find the solidity, you will find it again. But now it's in a changing situation, and then that's always difficult when you like to be certain and on the ground and know what to do. No, you are exploring new grounds, but don't say to yourself that the step was a wrong one. You did a good one with going away from a situation that didn't inspire you, or changing that situation. And maybe it's somewhat uncertain now, but that's okay. That's uncertainty is always the stepping stone to change, and it's a change in a good way. And maybe you could be less aware of how everyone thinks about you and believe in yourself and the steps you make. So, Charmaine, this was your reading. If you want to give feedback, do it with the announcement tape where you said your name. And then I saw that you were there, Rabetsa.